Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today we're gonna be watching this little new player in the field. Apparently, someone from Liberty Hangout. It's like one of those like correspondent people who goes out, harasses people, makes fun of people. This one, it seems the type of thing that she does is she goes around, asks people questions. And we all laugh at how like stupid most Americans are. It's really sad. It's really depressing. It's kind of cringy. It's funny to a degree because it's like, haha, you don't know, you know, how many amendments we have, or like who our president is, or dumb things like that, or like when our Constitution was signed. It's just stupid questions that like some people don't know, and then it's like, har har, isn't it funny how stupid everyone is? I kind of don't like it. Like I said, it's a little funny, but anyway, let's get into this little video here.
On to Australia, have you?
No. Why do I need to?
Into the hands of nutcases, and you have all of these high school.
Also, you have gun control.
Yes.
Oh.
That's terrible. I don't want to live there.
We don't have guns like Americans.
You guys have guns.
Yeah, we do, but they're controlled.
Is that good?
Absolutely.
Your constitution might not have it written in there, but it's your right, even if you're in Australia.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't like that intro. I had a pretty bad intro there for a while, but I don't know what that was.
Selfie.
Okay.
Merry Christmas. You're welcome. Where are you guys from?
Australia.
Also, like how they just pluck any sort of context into like how this set up. Like they don't explain why this conversation is taking place, other than Merry Christmas, you're welcome, here's a selfie. What?
Nice. Okay.
Now make America great again.
Okay.
Yeah, don't throw him out. Don't throw him out.
Okay.
You're more prosperous today than what you were yesterday.
I agree with that. What do you guys think? What do you think with that answer?
Wait, isn't this guy supposed to be a lefty? What? Does he support the fiscal policies of Donald Trump? Oh, that's not very lefty. That's actually kind of conservative. You might have found a conservative Aussie.
No comment.
What is this?
I have no idea.
All right. Make Australia great again.
Now I've got a question for you. Can you tell me what the Australian Prime Minister is?
Nope. Because you know what? As an American, I honestly do not care about any other part of the world.
So even though that she does a show on Liberty Hangout making fun of how stupid most Americans are, probably in like a haha, most of them are like Democrats way. I don't know. I haven't actually watched enough of her stuff yet. But that's her whole shtick. That's her like thing online. And then when the tables are turned on her, like, oh, who's the Australian Prime Minister? Oh, I don't know. But the reason I don't have to know is because I'm an American, and America number one, and that means I can be stupid. Like, what? That's such a dumb argument. You can say that I don't think that, like, that's relevant to my day-to-day. Like, I don't know the Australian Prime Minister. I probably should to some degree, maybe. But, like, it's not super relevant in, like, the things that I talk about or the things that I'm really, like, concerned with or just in my day-to-day life. That doesn't mean that there aren't, like, issues going on with Australia that I think people should be aware of. But, oh, boy. But I don't think it's super relevant. She could have said that. That would have been a pretty decent take. But just, I'm an American. That means I can be stupid is comically dumb.
This is the best country. This is the only place I'm worried about.
Yeah, but you have.
Wait, so it's the best country, but on what metric? I can just say, like, vanilla ice cream is the best ice cream, but you also have to, like, bring up arguments to why you think of it, well, like the taste, the texture, yada, yada, yada. With America or with a country in general, what you would want to do is be like, well, by the happiness metric, which kind of tries to grade how the average happiness within a country is, or GDP, which is a really bad one, unemployment. Like, there's a bunch of different metrics you could be like, oh, well, how good is a country? But she's just making a claim. It's like it's the feels over facts. It's obnoxious.
Haven't gone to Australia, have you?
No. Why do I need to? I'm in America.
Because it's the highest living standard in the world. It's America times 10.
And the reason he said that is because she clearly doesn't know anything about Australia. And when talking about Australia, like how good is Australia compared, because that's the argument he's trying to make. He's trying to say Australia is better than America. And she's defending by saying, well, I'm an American. I don't care about you dumb Aussies. Why should I have to know anything about Aussie land if I am American? It's really dumb. And that's one of the reasons why when I do travel, I like am ashamed to almost be an American, because I know that people like her go online and represent Americans as like dumb and obnoxious and loud. Like if you don't know anything, that's fine, but don't like go and bother other people then. If you're going to go and bother other people, know your stuff. Come on.
Is it?
Yeah.
You guys have the right to bear arms there?
Sorry?
You guys have the right to bear arms there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Under license, so it doesn't fall into the hands of nutcases and you have all of these high school
Oh, so you
massacres.
have gun control.
Yes.
Oh!
That's terrible. I don't want to live there.
We
I don't want to live in Australia because they have gun control.
don't have guns like Americans.
You guys have guns.
Yeah, we do, but they're controlled.
Is that good?
Absolutely it is.
Why
What?
does my right to self-defense need to be controlled?
Because we
Okay, right here. So she's like, when talking about gun control, I guess there's like really two routes you could go about it. Is like gun control doesn't work, which kind of isn't true. It does to some degree. Or you can talk philosophically or whatever. My rights to bear arms overweigh any restrictions that you would want to take place to restrict my right to bear arms. That's the argument that it seems like she's trying to make here. Now watch closely as she pivots.
don't have nutcases.
Am I a nutcase?
No, but there's others out there that are.
So why do I have to have a license to protect myself against a nutcase?
Because in case it falls into the hands of wrong people.
How does a law prevent that?
And she pivots immediately for some reason to laws don't work, right? Like what gun control doesn't work. Like I don't know why she just abandoned. Oh God, I can't speak. Her original argument, and then just moved on to like, oh well, I'm actually gonna be like gun control doesn't work, which is kind of a meme.
Because we go through a very strict screening process.
Why is that right? It's my right to self-defense. It's my property.
Absolutely.
Why is it
And she goes right back to that. Also, in America, you can't own a tank, even if you paid for it. Like, all these arguments are just really dumb.
correct
And I'm not even a big gun control person anyway.
for the government to have their hands in my self-defense?
No, it's not a right. It's a security, so that innocent people.
It is a
Don't go
right.
it.
The right to self-defense. Everybody has it.
So-
Your constitution might not have it written in there, but it's your right, even if you're in Australia.
I don't think she knows what, like, rights mean. This just also sounds really goofy.
To defend yourself with whatever weapon you see necessary.
So let me answer this question: are you happy for innocent people to be killed?
No, that's not what I said. That's not what the Second Amendment says. That's not what my
that's
right
it
to
implies.
self-defense.
The evidence. The
Are
proof
you
is in the
happy?
pudding.
Do you like
Nice
like
catching up.
innocent people to defend themselves? What about me? What about victims? Do you think they should have guns to
What about me? What about rape victims is an amazing what is it, a pivot, a non sequitur? I don't even know. It's just awesome because it's identical to one of those like SJW-esque people just screaming, just reeing, just calling everyone racist, everyone sexist. It's literally that, except it's happening right now. Like, it's happening in front of us. This is a real thing. And this is the side that's all like, oh, well, facts over feels. The facts don't care about your feelings. I get triggered. Really?
protect themselves?
And this guy isn't even like a lefty, it seems. He's for like mild gun control. What?
No, well, there's laws for that as well, as there is for gun control. We're gonna go. We're gonna concert. Great catching up.
Right. Don't ever become citizens, guys. We don't need you here.
That was good, but they wouldn't because, like, on many different metrics, Australia is better than America. I mean, other than no, I'm not gonna make a forest fire joke. Fuck that. All right.
So this is a good example of how people like to come over to this country and then try to tell us that, oh, I'm going to come and visit America. I love seeing everything here, that capitalism.
What is she talking about?
and that America policies have put in place. Look at this.
America policies? America. All right, cool. First of all, America isn't the only country with capitalism. I don't know if that's a surprise for everyone, but a lot of like the very like fucked countries in the world are like very capitalist, almost anarcho-capitalist, because if you don't have a very strong government and like everyone's trying to compete to survive, that's kind of like anarcho-capitalism, is it not? Right? And there are many countries that kind of have something similar to that that are not doing very well. The reason why America is successful is not because of capitalism, like inherently. That just doesn't make any sense. Capitalism seems to be a good way to like structure an economy, except like the redistribution and whatnot needs to kind of take like, it needs to be drastically reformed. But like to just be like this is because of capitalism is really simplistic and really stupid.
This place all around you, it's capitalism everywhere. And then they want to tell you that the best place to live is Australia or some other different.
Yeah, like you can visit have you ever been to Mexico? And if you haven't, like, I'm sorry, that's a pretty cool place to like go on vacation. So is like Ireland. So is like Germany. So is Turks and Caicos. Like these are all places I probably wouldn't want to live. I like America. I want to live in my country. I'm kind of patriotic. But like I also like to travel because traveling's fun. Like you can go to another country as a tourist and not want to live there, right? This take is almost against traveling. Like you can't travel to another country unless you think that country is the number one.
Country, and this is the problem with immigration. I'm going on a tangent here. This is the problem with immigration. People who want to come into the
I'm sorry that Asian guy just like stepped into the shop and was like, oh, my bad.
this country illegally, even legally, if you look at demographics and if you look at immigration and where they're coming from.
I have no idea what she's talking about now. And I kind of lost interest at this point. She's talking about immigration for some reason.
They come and they vote Democrat to take away your rights that are here in America in the first place.
Oh, yeah, sure. The reason why they vote Democrats isn't because they're like liberal the Jews or I don't know. The reason why they're Democrats is probably because the Republicans have had kind of like a like anti-immigration stance as a policy, and like immigrants to have them or their family members come over because they're immigrating or they want to be immigrating or whatever, right? So they vote Democrat because that's in their best interest. But if the Republican Party was just like, actually we're gonna like stand back away from like super anti-immigration policies and played up the evangelical religious tone, they could probably win over a lot of like the Hispanic immigration coming over because a lot of them are Catholic.
I don't know, maybe something to think about with immigration.
Maybe.
Why do we celebrate
I
this?
don't care
we
about
celebrate
this. Is
that
this it?
Because we're Jewish.
What?
What? Your own thing. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like and share, hit the subscribe button,
No.
and click the notification bell so you won't miss any of our.
No, I won't. I don't know who this person is. I kind of hate her and I kind of love her because it's funny. It's really comical, but it's also just like, I don't know. It just seems like they're not even trying anymore. It just seems like they're like, they'll just throw some young person out there and like tell her to recite the talking points and that's it. Like there's no thought. There's no creativity. I don't know. Anyway, till next time, guys. Peace.